Alright, so when they announced they're going to be doing Fantastic Four figures again, I was extremely excited. And when they did the Walgreens exclusives, I was like, okay, these are pretty cool. They're Fantastic Four. I already have all those characters basically in those costumes, but I do like the Fantastic Four, and if you want to give me a slightly different version than the one I already have, I'll buy it. And I was cool with that. And then when they announced this line and I saw it, I was like, you guys got to be shitting me. We literally just bought those figures like a year ago in a blue costume. And now you're going to repaint the same figures that we already have slightly changed, which is something they do all the time, and put it in a black costume? Come on, man, that just sucks. That's not cool at all. And it's not that I'm upset that we got a black suited Fantastic Four, which I really like that. I think that's cool. It's just the fact that we could have gotten so many cool characters in this line and we didn't. We get another Mr. Fantastic, another Invisible Girl, another Doctor Doom, which I know everybody wanted a Doctor Doom because nobody was wanting to go on eBay and get one of the other Doctor Dooms, which are really good, and I've already showed you, but I'll show them to you again in this video just because he's Doctor Doom. I love the new Doom. I'm not complaining that we got a new Doom, but I gotta be honest, if I want another Doom, I want the Mezco version Doom, which I'm not saying they've showed that yet, but I'm sure that they're gonna make it. And this in a Mezco style, yeah, I could definitely get behind something like that. And then you take the Thing, we just bought this, pretty much exactly like this. If they would have given him pants instead of the shorts, I'd have been totally cool with this. But since they give us one that was painted shittier than the first one, this is totally stupid. But then they make it with Build-A-Figures and you got to make the Build-A-Figure a Skrull, which you want to army build the Skrull, and then it's a Build-A-Figure. And then you guys wonder why you walk into the store and you see all these figures returned without the Build-A-Piece. Well, that's why you can't do an army builder as a Build-A-Figure. And then you have the She-Hulk, which this was pretty cool. I was like, okay, a gray She-Hulk. I didn't even know there was a gray She-Hulk, but I'm happy to put her on my shelf. And then another Human Torch. I got tons of Human Torches. Like I said once before, I'm happy to get him in the black costume. I just think, man, this line is just, what do you got? 0 new characters. We already have a Skrull. We already have Dooms. We already have a She-Hulk. Not much to get excited about. I do like Fantastic Four. Let's check this shit out. Alright, so they're all cracked open from my favorite to least favorite figures in the set. And lately I've been pulling out all my comparisons and pulling it all off in one video. This, I don't know. And I watched a couple of those videos and there's a lot going on. So I figured I'd do a real quick walkthrough on these figures on the set before I pulled out the comparisons, because I do have quite a few comparisons that I want to pull out. Down here, my least favorite in the set is the Thing, which is weird because the Thing is one of my favorite all-time characters. I have everything ever made. I've pulled all of those things out in the last time I did a Thing video, so I won't go ahead and do that. I'll just pull out the most current one because, I mean, if you want to see everything ever made, just go back to that video. And once again, on the whole Fantastic Four, Mr. Fantastic, I showed you all of those. Invisible Woman, I've showed you all of those. Human Torch, I've showed you all of those because they just remade these sets, or they just made these sets a year ago. Walgreens exclusive. This is what kind of pisses me off, is that we just bought this shit. Now it's in a black costume. Nobody asked for that. We will take a quick look at those. And then you have the Skrull, and I cannot believe that they would take a figure that people would want to army build and make as the Build-A-Figure, because then you have a lot of people buying these action figures, pulling out the Build-A-Parts, and then returning them, and then whenever you go to buy them, you look at these figures and they don't have the Build-A-Part. I'm not saying I would do something like that, but I do have 2 Super Skrulls. And then you have Doom down here. I never asked for another Doom. I have lots of great Dooms. Once again, I pulled out all the Dooms in my collection for the last Doom that we got. I will pull out a few for comparisons. Then we have the Hulk, which you just call her the Hulk, which is weird. It's the same Hulk as before. You know how the Hulk turned gray and then he turned green? Well, they just did the opposite thing with the She-Hulk, but now they don't call her the She-Hulk. They just call her the Hulk. So now she's gray and she doesn't, now she's the Hulk where she turns mad and she doesn't, she's mad now. She's not all nice and sweet. I will go ahead and pull out the She-Hulk figures, just even though I've pulled them out in the last time in the Hulk video for that A-Force box set, but I just kind of want to show you that. That's just something I'm kind of proud of. So, favorite figure, second favorite figure, I mean, it's Doom. I love Doom. Like, I'm still looking forward to Mezco Doom. The Super Skrull, I'll pull out all my Super Skrulls. I think the other one was just as good as this one. The Fantastic Four, I'll do real quick, like one comparisons with those. Probably do all those at the same time. And then the Thing. Okay, so here's the difference between this nerdy YouTube action figure channel and every other nerdy YouTube action figure channel. Because nobody has this many figures to pull it out to compare it to. Yeah, they're going to pull out a bunch of bullshit to compare it to because they don't have this many She-Hulks in their collection. Not that you should have this many She-Hulks in your collection, but it's She-Hulk, and I just can't get enough of her. So here's the gray, they're just calling her Hulk. Gray Hulk, which is gray She-Hulk to me. Then I went ahead and pulled out the Marvel Select Gray Hulk because everybody else is going to pull out the Gray Hulk that just recently came out because it's probably the only Gray Hulk that a lot of people have. I don't have that Gray Hulk, so one more reason why I pulled out the Marvel Select one, and I do really like that action figure. Of course, I pulled out the Red Hulk, which is Betty. It's a totally different character than the Gray Hulk or the Green Hulk. The Gray Hulk and the Green Hulk is the same chick, Jennifer, and let's scoot the camera down a little bit. I've went through these before. I'll go through them really quick. This is like the one that came with like the, what was it? Fin Fang Fu Build-A-Figure. Pretty cool. She has a little white bikini on. Same figure as that Amazon chick that we got, but she has a little dress and a different head. It's not a great action figure, but I like it. I think she's kind of small for the She-Hulk. You can see for comparison, that's because she's just a repaint of a different figure that actually is supposed to be that size. Then this is the one that came in the A-Force box set wave, which I really like this She-Hulk. Her face is, I guess the face is pretty cool. She's cool, like no big deal. I like it better when she wears a thong, and we'll go ahead and get to that. Then you have this one. This is like the older one with the ball hips that everybody likes, but I still think this is a decent action figure. I really like the costume on this. It's the same as the Marvel Select one right behind it. Nice ass on that. Wrinkles. It's a pretty good figure. I definitely kind of like that. And then you have this old one. I don't even know. Let's see if we can even see the stamp on the foot to see who even made that. Okay, the old Toy Biz one. Let's see if we can see the year on that. Is that 1996 or something? Marvel Toy Biz license. I mean, this was all we had at the time. The articulation sucks. The figure looks like shit. I thought about taking this out of my collection, and it was hard to do. It just kind of like, I don't know, man. I just see it, and I know it looks like shit. But being a collector, having all the She-Hulks, it's kind of cool. It's not like Spider-Man where you got like 80 Spider-Mans. It's like still a manageable collection of one character. Then you have this one. This is actually the accessory for Marvel Select. This is the accessory for Marvel Select. This is the accessory for Marvel Legends. Yeah, not really a big difference there. Just this, or you get a whole entire car lifted in the air that she's supposed to be holding. And I'll go ahead and take a quick look at her. The car will probably fall without her under it, just to show you this. Like, this is the outfit that she's supposed to wear. Look at that. Look, that's like a sexy action, female action figure. Kind of has a borderline thong. Definitely love that figure. Still my favorite She-Hulk figure in my collection. The Marvel Select one, that's by far the best. And then you have the Fantastic Four one, which, I mean, come on, man. If you're a real collector, you got shit like this. This is what I do. If she came and, what did she come in, a box set or something? I can't remember. Maybe she's a variant. Maybe, I don't know. But she's cool. She has the glasses. She has a little dress. The briefcase, nice little figure. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the one that we were supposed to actually look at. Love the ripped up shirt. Love the detail. Love the ass. Love how you can see the denim. Really love the ass. God, that is so good. I love this action figure. This elbow joint. This is like their new shit where they got that thing that sticks out, which I don't like. It gives you more articulation. Does it still twist? Yeah, it still twists there. So this is like how it used to be. Which, this doesn't have as much articulation. Let's go ahead and do a side by side. I don't know, maybe that's all you get. Then you got this one that goes up to there. So where people were complaining that this wasn't enough, so they gave them this. I like the looks of this better. That thing doesn't bother me. I guess it's pretty cool to have that nice articulation. I just don't like when you open it up how you can see that thing in there. But it is what it is. Everybody keeps complaining about double jointed elbows on female figures, so this is the result. This is what you get. Now maybe you'll keep your mouth shut and we'll get a cleaner looking female figure. Let's get to the next one. Alright, so this is the reason why I didn't do all this in one bulky video to clutter it up. Because I had to pull out all these super Skrulls and Skrulls and the giant Skrull. God, it just makes for a nice little Skrull collection. We'll go ahead and look. Let's go ahead and look at these two while I get this shit out of the way. So here's the new Skrull that just came out. It comes with 2 sets of arms, so you can build just a regular super Skrull like this, or Skrull, whatever you want. I'm pretty sure that this is always a super Skrull, and the Skrulls are like smaller behind it. Or call them whatever you want. Either way, you want to army build this character, so the fact that they make this out of build them really sucks. Because, like, I mean, I would have bought probably, I don't know, 1 or 2, and then if you see them on clearance, I would have just kept buying them. But I don't know why they did this. For some reason, I guess they felt like making the need to make a character that people want to army build. And it's weird because it comes with 2 sets of arms and 2 different heads. Whatever. I got 2 of them, luckily. We'll get him out of the way. He's a standard issue one. And then you got this one, you can put the thing arm on him, which is kind of cool. They did that in the old school days. Then you have the clear arm with the flame on it. The flame just clips on it. That's cool. Not as cool as it used to be in the old days. And we'll go ahead. Let's do a side by side with these 2. So here's the old one. Here's the new one. I mean, me personally, other than the ball hips, I like the old one better than the new one. Tons of sculpted lines on here. Tons of great detail. This thing, you know, your typical cheap Marvel Legends, half you guys are going to be like, oh, it's way better, the articulation's way better, and I'm going to go, I don't really give a shit. You can't tell me that this is a better action figure than this, other than the ball hips, because that's something that I really hate. So here's these 2 side by side, and we'll go ahead and take a look at this one side by side. Which this one I thought was kind of weird because they did the gray on them instead of whatever, instead of the orange. Like, I think that would have looked better if they did an orange one. Yes, I have a variant of that in the back. And then they have the blue flames, which is weird because it's not, I don't know. Here's this version of this one. So this kind of looks like this. I love this one. I'm really glad that I have this in my collection. And then we'll go ahead and take a look at these other 2 together. This is like the Invisible Girl one. Let me put the camera down. I'll just leave them right where they're at. The clear version, and then he also comes with the big hand on it, and then the flame thing hand on it, and then this one does the same thing over here. So they all came with the same hand, and I don't know. I kind of wish, like, on these, it kind of would have been cool to have it, like, instead of like putting these extra hands on it. If they would have made a couple of them. Like, instead of putting the thing hand, the flames on it, just a regular, I mean, just this thing in clear would have been cool. Or just this thing as a flame one would have been cool. A lot going on these 2. I do like them. I love all of these things. And I'm really happy to have all of these in my collection. I mean, as a Skrull, you can't have too many. So when you army build, they all look a little bit different. And then you have the Electro version of this. What was this? I think it was Diamond Select. I guess I could look at the bottom of the foot or something. I don't know how many people have actually seen this, so yeah, nothing there. I don't know where the stamp or whatever. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's not a Marvel Legends. It's gotta be what is it? Marvel Select. So here's her as a Skrull. I thought this was cool. This was a variant. They also did this figure in like just like a flesh tone, like a regular one that wasn't a Skrull. I also have that one. I just got this. I thought it was cool that they actually did something like this, made a variant of a Skrull. And like when they did this thing here, like they could have like given you like a few extra heads or a few extra something, and then you could kind of just like turn like Captain America into a Skrull or whoever into a Skrull. I don't know, I guess we could try that real quick. Let's put it on this Johnny Storm head. See what that looks like. Not that I have any extra heads at this point, but... so the head I mean, it's kind of big, but kind of works all at the same time. So I guess you could do that if you just have like tons of money and just don't give a shit about your money and just wanted to build a bunch of shit like this. But I'm trying to cut back, so I'm trying not to do shit like that. Let me put this thing back together, get him out of here, get this one up. I know I was trying to do quick videos, but this one, I don't know, that's a cool shit to go over. And then you have these back here. What? Who made these? Are these Marvel Select? Let's see. Made in China. Marvel. So I'm assuming that's Toy Biz. A 2008 Marvel. I don't know, it doesn't look like a Marvel Legends to me. I'm going ahead, I'm thinking that these are Marvel Select also. I think this thing came in a 2-pack. I can't remember, man, it was such a long time ago. Because then I have the pink color here, these ones have like the orange gun, and then somehow I ended up with 3 of these other ones. That one has the red gun. They're the Skrulls, you can't really have too many of them. I think they're great, I love to have them in my collection, and we'll go ahead and take a quick look at this. This is basically, I'm pretty sure, is this the same as the Giant Man or something that I already have? But then they put a Skrull head on them. This is cool, man. I love that. You guys need to get on eBay a little bit more, up your collection, because they just look like the past 5 years of Marvel Legends. Not that anything's wrong with that, and it's hard just to afford Marvel Legends, but it's also nice to have cool shit like this in your collection. Let's get to that Doom. Alright, so I pulled out a handful of Dooms. I didn't pull out the entire Doom collection because I just did a video of the entire Doom collection when they made that like Iron Man Doom figure, so no need to do that. If you want to see the entire Doom collection, just go ahead and go back to that. I'll go over this really quick. First off, you have the new one. We'll take a look at that in a second. Then over here you have the Marvel Select one. This is what an accessory is supposed to look like for Marvel Select. This is what an accessory looks like. And it also comes with fisted hands, which I didn't put out there. This is the accessory. You also come to this extra head. This is like the old cool vintage head. I don't know, man. I saw this and I'm like tempted. Should I get another one? Do I need to display one with each head? I kind of feel like I need to, and I kind of feel like I should just stop spending so much money and try to cut back a little bit. I don't think the Doom's ever going to go on clearance, but if he does, I definitely want to pick up an extra one of these. That would be cool to have. So you have this one. This was cool. This thing comes with the throne. That's the accessory. That's like really cool shit. Let's go ahead and go through these really quick before we look at the one that we're supposed to be looking at. This was one. All these ones, this one, and then these are like all the same one, and I have a few extra of those also. So this was the Doom with the battle damage head variant. I thought that was pretty cool, or I don't know which one was the variant. And then you also have all these Doom masks that you can put on all the ones that don't have masks. So that was cool, nice little touch. You have this one with the battle damage head, this one with like the regular face. This one is a masked one, and then you can take the mask off, and then that's a Doombot. If you want to see what the Doombot looks like, he looks like this one right here. So then you also have a Doombot, which is really cool. So you get army build like the Doombot. I thought that was cool. Like, you take the mask off, you get the Doombot. What a cool variant. Like, man, I'm kind of glad they didn't do that, because then I'd want another one. Then you have this other one. This one was my favorite Doom. Now the new Doom is my favorite Doom. And everybody's sitting there going, God, here's this new Doom. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at him. This thing is amazing. I absolutely love it. I love the texture on there. I love the chain on there. I love the color of that gray plastic. Like, really looks good. Once again, my only downfall on this from being a perfect action figure is the pins. Someday they'll maybe get away from it. It has that little D on his holster. I wonder if these other ones got a D on the holster. No, that one doesn't. And let's go ahead and pull some. I just want to show you something really quick. This is the brand new one that just came out. Alright, so you pull the gun out. You have some like shitty, all black, no big deal gun. And then you have the one that they used to make. Is it the same gun? It could possibly. No, it's a totally different gun. This one's painted silver with the wash and has a brown handle. Like, come on, man. So I'm going to put the new gun in his holster since he's like... I'll put the old gun back in one of those holsters just for it's like kind of like my go-to Doom as of right now. Which I think, like, you know, it'd be cool to have all those as like Doom bots, which I guess you couldn't because they're all different faces on those. I'm trying to get this thing to go back. Alright, got it folded down. I thought I was going to give up for a second. Now you look at this thing, you can change the head out. I don't really see the need to change the head out. If you look at it, the difference, see, this is like kind of like a more modern head in there. I'm going to go ahead and go with that one because I already have so many of these ones sitting behind it. If I can get it to focus. And then everybody's going, oh my god, he's even got the jetpacks on here. Let's go ahead and pop that head off. Pull the cape off. Everybody's going, he even has the jetpacks. That's so awesome. I can't believe they made the jetpacks. And then when you sit here and you look at these things and you go, every single one of these old ones has jetpacks. So it's not that big of a deal that he has the jetpacks. He's supposed to have the jetpacks. Every one of the ones behind it has the jetpacks. And this isn't my idea. I've seen other people do it. You can take one of these blast effects from Iron Man. You take this thing off. And then you have this thing. And then you can plug that in there. I think that's cool that they actually put a hole back there. You know what would have been really cool? If they actually included those. Yeah. That's, come on. They knew that somebody was going to plug some shit in there. You think they could at least include it. Which is weird that you put that on there. And then you put the cape on there, which is a bitch to... Let me take that off. A bitch to plug in. I'll try it for 1 second to see if it'll go. Oh, it actually went right in. I had a hard time doing that before. Put the head back on it. That wasn't too bad. And so then if you put this thing in there... I mean, wouldn't his cape catch on fire or something? I don't know. It's cool. Could you imagine if they would have included those? Come on, guys. You knew we wanted it. It doesn't cost shit to throw that in there. It would have definitely been cool. I do love the action figure. I love the detail on it. I just wanted to show you, like, the straps are painted different. I love this action figure. I mean, I also love Dr. Doom, and they killed it, man. Just, if they would have got rid of the pinholes. That's my only complaint. That's it for the Doom. I'll do the whole Fantastic Four, like, kind of bulk those up in one video, because... I mean, basically, you guys already own those action figures. Alright, so I just pulled out the set that they just previously made to compare them with the ones that they just made. We'll go ahead and start with the thing right here. Put the camera down a little bit. I did get 2 of the other things because things like one of my favorite characters, he came with different heads and different hands, and I'm a sucker for the thing, so I said, screw it, I'll take 2. This one has the grinning face. This one has like the straight face. This has a totally different head sculpt. I love the head sculpt on this one better than either one of these. That's like the head sculpt that I wanted. Look how amazing the wash is on these figures. Like, this paint is amazing, and then you have this paint which doesn't suck, but it's not as good as this one. If you're going to remake it, then at least make it better than the one that you just made with that weird like orange brush on there. Like, and then you look at this with all this amazing detail on here. If they would have made him with full pants, which I don't know if he ever wore full pants with this costume. I'm not even familiar with this costume, with this stupid rubber band thing that they put on there that looks like shit. If they would have made this with full pants, I'd have been like, cool, that's totally cool. I love the thing. They made, like, you know, like these 2 different ones with different head, fisted hands, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then pants on one, that would be cool. Throw the jacket and a hat, something, I don't know, mix them up a little bit. Then you have this one. You can see the one right behind it in the car. I just put him in the car because the car was a nice touch. Once again, this used to be an accessory, and now this is the accessory, extra fisted hands, which who wants to use extra hands when they got the stretchy hands? That's like not using the stretchy arm. So definitely have to do this. I didn't know that Toy Galaxy was Mr. Fantastic, but apparently he is, because god damn, that looks just like that dude. Man, I wish somebody'd make an action figure of me. That's really cool. You put that on anybody and just run around and tell everybody you got your own action figure. That is definitely that dude. I do like this action figure. The black costume, I'm not a big fan of the black costume. I don't even know where the black costume's from. All these things do have these spiked boots or these spiked shoes on them, which I like that. That's pretty cool. That's pretty much the only thing different. That one has the long stretchy arms. This one has the long stretchy fingers. I like both. I'm, a fan of Fantastic Four, really big fan. And then you have these two, put these two together. This one actually comes with an accessory, which is a really cool accessory. It'd be nice if they made like a bubble that she could actually fit into for an accessory. That would be like them carrying too much. So of course that's not going to happen. Or a bubble that you could put over like somebody's head, like they did like that web, or the web like a bubble, and you put it over somebody's head like they can't breathe because she got a bubble. I don't know. This is a cool accessory, but they're not really trying. I like the old one better than the new one. I like the clear hands on there. I actually like both of these, but if I was going to pick one, I would pick this one over this one. Once again, I'm a huge Fantastic Four fan, so to have like two totally different costumes for the team, and they got the whole team there, I'm kind of cool with that. Then you have the Human Torch, Johnny Storm. This one I actually really liked. I got tons of great ones with flames on them. This one might be my favorite. I like the little shitty of the extra flames that they put on that. It made them kind of cool. And then everybody was like, well, we need a Johnny Storm. Well, guess what? They had one Johnny Storm coming out. They give you the same flames that you've gotten before with flame hands that you've probably gotten before. Maybe they're new. I like him. He's Johnny Storm. You get the Fantastic Four and the whole black costume. I'm not complaining. Well, maybe I am complaining. I like the set and I also hate the set at the same time. Maybe wait for clearance on half of these. Thanks for watching.